Hello, and welcome to another episode of me, Rob MacIver, playing Case of the Golden Idol, Part 2. So I played it a bit last night. Yeah, it's fun. I really enjoy this game. It's right up my alley. That old pixel hunting kind of style gameplay, I haven't played for like 2, 3 decades. So it's really fun going back into that. Like, it reminds me of Monkey Island and Broken Sword. So, yeah, I just really eager to get back in and figure out what's going on. Oh yeah, cheers to another stream, by the way. Anyway, let's continue. Let's do it. Really eager. You should see it any second now. Oh, the music is still so good as well. There you go. Alright, let's continue. Or we could sit back and listen to music a bit more. That's some good music. It really gets you into the mystery of the game. It's kind of like what made Broken Sword so good as well. It was like the intrigue, like the music and the art, and like the story about the conspiracy. All the elements combined create like it kind of draws you in. This is doing a very similar thing as well. Alright. So last session we did complete chapter 1, 2, and 3. So chapter 1, they went. We get the impression that two guys went to an island to find some treasure. One of them was wanting a whole bunch of gold. The other one wanted just the idol. He got killed for the idol. Chapter 2, I think it was the dude who stole the idol basically ended up dying. This is what the chapter 2 was about. Like how he died. There's a horse riding accident. Chapter 3 was his heirs and the guy who died basically giving out his estates and money and idol to his family members. And yeah, one of them got set on fire. I think it was one of his family members, no, one of the other inheritors, his lackeys. Now on chapter 4, and the guy who's got the idols having a poker game with some other people, and there's been a death upstairs. So we got most of the way through this. We start off here. There seems to be a murder going on here. It's a bit odd the way this works. The zoom in. I want to zoom in on the corner there, but I can't. Yeah, so a person's dead. We don't know who this guy is yet. He's got a ruby ring and a walking cane. And it says revenge or. So I presumed R was this dude. Why do I think that? I think his name is Robert Redroof. Oops. I'll get back to that in a sec. And the reason why I think that was there's a poster. Robert Redroof, escaped convict. He looks like this dude. I could be mistaken. He doesn't really look like anyone else. So we got a party going on upstairs. Sorry, a party going on downstairs, and a death scene upstairs. So we're probably about 2/3 way through this chapter. I've filled out all these names correctly. Everything in this section is filled correctly. So we know the names. So we know, for example, Oscar, his surname's definitely Boyton. I think the problem I had yesterday was there was 3 surnames beginning with B, like Boyton, Barrage, and was the third one, Blair. And while solving this, I figured out that Ash's surname is Blair, John is Berridge, and Oscar is Boyton. So all the names are in place. Willard White. He was the one who got the idol. Let's double check that actually. Let's go back to the previous scene. Yeah, it's that dude, right? Or was it that dude? William White's this dude. Maybe... Yeah, so William White is currently holding the idol. But for redstone, bluestone. Ash Blair. Alright. So this is Willard White. This is Ash Blair. I think I might be onto something here actually. Is it Ash Blair that's downstairs? Is that where the mistake was? Yeah, that's Ash Blair then, ain't it? Okay. I made a mistake. So if that's Ash Blair, then who's this dude? Is this William White then? Yes. Yeah. It's always the case. Every time you play a game, if you get stuck on something, it's always when you play a game and you do a puzzle, or if there's a challenge in a game that requires like hand-eye coordination, you can do your best attempt. Like let's say it's a boss fight in Dark Souls, your best attempt is always your first attempt, and then if that doesn't work, you get stuck for like hours and hours and hours, and it just gets worse and worse. And with puzzle games, you get more confused about what's going on. But what happens? You go to sleep and you wake up the next day, and then with fresh eyes, you can just solve it. And that's definitely the case right now. Cool. Oh, so Willard White, he's now dead. So he was one with the idol. I suppose he had a cane, didn't he? Let's check that. He had a cane and a ruby ring. And I suppose that was the clue. It's now making us double check. He had the ruby ring. Yeah. Why is there a couple of people with the ruby rings? He's got a ruby ring as well. And she has a whole bunch of them. I think, are they relatives? Who's this dude? Alright, let's check something. So maybe it's the inheritance, the ruby ring is the family. Anyway, cool. Yeah, I got those two confused. I was trying to remember back to this chapter and got them the wrong way around. That was the only problem. Now that's the case, I can actually solve this. Right, we now know who played what game. We now know every character. So Williard was one upstairs. He had the idol, and it was his coachman, which is playing the game here. He's the one who did the killing, I presume. Why am I presuming? Revenge on. I presumed him because I exhausted all ideas that it might be him. But now let's roll back a bit and let's think maybe it is actually him. Let's start deducing. Let's still presume that Robert Red Roof went into. Let's check the Willard White and Ash Blair. So there was 2 rooms. So this is where the mistake lies. It was Willard's Willard White's room via the trapdoor. So it could be Ash Blair. Ash Blair's currently downstairs, but it's from that room. So if Robert Red Roof is not the answer, then it's Ash Blair. Whilst and so this would be swapped around. We're playing cards with loud music. The fire ensued upstairs and Willard White got stabbed with what was the weapon he used? A shear, was it? Cool. Well, this is on the assumption Rob did a kill, which I think this might be a red hen. Shears. So I think it's Ash Blair who did it. Oh wait, what? One more. It was maybe. Oh, okay. So it says revenge on because he wants to do the killing, and he saw the poster saying Robert Red Roof is escaped convict. So he does the killing, but he doesn't want to be suspected. So he fakes the name who done it or who wrote it, or yeah. So he's pinning it on Red Roof. So Ash Blair by his weapon. Dagger. The thing is though, he might have gone after the, because if he's playing downstairs. Let's put dagger and see what comes up. 2 of few slots. Right, we're getting closer. Maybe it's the Maurice. Yeah, because we've got other players here. Oscar, Maurice. Let's. Okay, these are the 3 that's playing right now. These are the people playing earlier and before that, like the different sessions. So it can't be this one because he's already. If he's playing the game, if really hard is playing the game, then he's not dead. So he's not here. Williard is upstairs dead. The landlord is actually playing now instead of Ash. So this is when Ash is upstairs playing. So yes, that's awesome. I like that. The score has been fulfilled. No hints assessed. A man going by the name of Ash Blair crept into Williard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important. But when he opened the music box, he opened Williard up and a fight ensued. In the fracas, Ash stabbed Williard and attempted to frame an escaped convict. Yeah. Brilliant. Good morning, innkeeper. I heard a man was murdered here a week ago. Aye, a deranged convict did him in. Now bug off. Tell me more about the evening when Williard White died. I will make it worth your while. Who's this guy? Relative? I was just getting some ideas for the game I'm making. Thinking about doing like a comic book strip for cutscenes like they did there. That might be quite good to make it like Tintin. Maybe, that's an idea. Anyway, I digress. Let's go to the next part, chapter 5. Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance. The Intoxicating Dinner Party. Alright, just checking my stream. Alright, we'll go in order from left to right. We've got something here. Going upstairs. We'll leave upstairs for now. Alright, what are you about? The Shaw are fine coats. An expensive cigar. Little Pip, gone to see and grab me some Ash Blair tobacco and a bowl of gin. I'll pay you when I'm back. David. Was David the name of the pair? Twins? It was someone. And Ash Blair is the guy who did the murder in the last scene. I think. Do I remember that correctly? Alright, well, we'll get back to that later. Let's go with pocket. An overcoat and a hat. Overcoat and a hat. Cigars. So the boy's taking a cigar from this coat. Oh, something. Yeah, the coat in general. Let's read the letter. The March the 1st, 1788. Dear Miss Richards, I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. I invite you and your father to a dinner on April 8th at my manor. Sincerely, Edmund Clousey. And I visited your father. Interesting. Richards. So the dad is Richards. Just seeing if there's anything to click on. Edmund Clousey. So the routine for this, gameplay wise for me, would be first scanning left to right on the screen, and collecting every item I can. At the bottom right here you see 7 of 36. That's how many objects I can interact with. So before I start deducing anything, I'm going to collect all items, and then I'll have more context about what's going on. Dear Mary, here is something for your diary from me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley, 1788, March 5th. I do feel like we're going to have to start cross-referencing stuff from earlier on. So I think on chapter 1, part 2, there was a calendar on the wall with a date. So I feel like we might have to go back and cross that. Also, in part 3, there was sigils on the wall of the different family crests. I think one of them was a lion, and this actually looks like one of the dudes in that scene as well. So that's something to think about. Is there anything to pick up? We got Mary. Oh, we got a sigil. Ah, no, go in. Of the dragon. Dragon, alligator, I suppose. Lion, not alligator, not lion. Sorry, alligator or crocodile. So, alligator versus the lion. I really won't go back and reference that, but I'll say that for later. Key. No, a syringe. A syringe with some liquid left inside. Is there a murder that's happening in the next screen? So that's disposing of the evidence. I got a feeling there's another murder. Everything seems there's a murder, right? Well, I think that's all in this room. Let's go see what murders happened. The clue has been added to the thinking panel. Right, let's start from the left again. Anything up here? Ooh. The mattress. Small ball filled with the amber liquid. Okay. That might have been used, the syringe might have been taking stuff from that bottle. A little hammer. A couple of pennies, fancy handkerchief, and a shiny pocket watch. That pocket watch was from the previous scene, was it? Monkey Man 2, the tooth. Monkey Man 1 versus the striped dark hand. Dear Mrs. Smith, 2 eggs and a porridge each breakfast, no heavy food for dinner. You are responsible for little Pip doing all his errands. Mr. Walker, I am to be woken and dressed at 7 a.m. I expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Mrs. Baker, I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the days I have visitors. MB, David Goran's job requires that he may arrive or leave during the night. No complaining about this, EC. Edmund Clousey. I need to reference back to everyone again to remind myself who they are. To Mrs. Smith for 3 years of service. Miss Smith, thank you, dear. No, I threw it out. I did not read such dirty literature anymore. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. Brian's the boy then, I suppose. Dinner party take place at 8 on April 8th. Everything should be ready before noon. Prepare the roast boar. I can click ball. Young Ms. Richards appears not to be enjoying meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Z-Brian? Probably not a surname. Oh, okay. We got a lot of stuff going on here. Right. Moving on. Full and sealed bottles with red liquid labeled wine. A full and sealed bowl with amber liquid labeled brandy. Three loaves of bread, some lemons, basket of potatoes, what was that? A sack of flour, a pair of opaque bottles labelled water, chopped vegetables, big piece of meat. Does the shape of the key indicate which lock it is? That's a hexagon. This is a heart. Let's see. Alright, let's keep going. The door to the outside, not locked. What about you? What are you about? Of course, I could give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you are itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. Dear Ada. Wait, before we go. Are you Lucia and are you Ada? Let's put that in for now. And we'll change it if need be. I have to use this letter to share good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. The judge has decided to remove all accusations and you will be no longer a target of baseless gossip. I truly and sincerely hope this will provide some comfort in the dark times when ignorance and impudence go hand in hand. May our Lord steward over our poor souls. Alright, we'll figure that out later who they are. Moving on, what else do we have? What's in this room? Candles. April 7th. Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day mostly spent in preparation for tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe the time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary after all the years I have loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will and take to master about it tomorrow. Otis, the wise slave. Fables about rulers that make you think. £1 2 an apron. Ooh, what's this secret compartment? A sealed pot labelled print paint. Down with parasites. Too long have they feasted on our blood and sweat. That's got to be something, right? I wonder if that looks like the woman who he inherited. And the walking stick dude. I wonder what that's about. Maybe it's just some random. That looks like something there, doesn't it? Yeah. Tools. Secret tools. To open up stuff. Alright, cool. Have we done this floor yet? I don't remember. Ooh, Ash Blair. Set of lockpicks. Ash Blair. Minus tobacco. Dagger. Pistol. David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact. EC. You know what? I want to remind myself of the characters. Ash Blair's the dodgy dude. Who did the killing? And he was the coachman here. And that's his name again. So his tobacco, he's got his name on his tobacco pouch. Is that a thing? So he goes by David Gorin here. But the tobacco pouch says Ash Blair. So when it came to this scene, he went by Ash Blair. So his name is David Gorin. And this is his room. So is Ash Blair the alias, and he took that from his tobacco. So this is David Gorin, and his alias now is Ash Blair. He basically just looked at the tobacco, and then when he went to sign in here, he basically just used the name on his tobacco to call himself Ash Blair. There you go, Ash Blair. He changed his name to stay in his place for the night. So his name's actually David Gorin. And that's his stuff. All his stuff is here. David, yeah. Clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact. EC. EC's the guy who died. Yeah, Edmund Clousey. No, Sebastian's the one who died. Edmund Clousey. Which one's Edmund Clousey? Edmund. Oh, it's this motherfucker. Alright. This guy's Edmund. So he's instructing David Gorin to do shit. But he's going by Ash Blair. How's he rate everything again? So he's the oldest. Cool. Oh yeah, we've got the sigils here. Do we have a lion? There's no lion. Bally's the name of the one with the dragon, dinosaur, crocodile looking thing. Alright, cool. It's a good little reminder. It's good you can go back and reference the old stuff again. Was David Gorin relative? No. No, he's just this is David Gorin, and he's just doing the dirty work for MC. He's the one who took the idol with him, but he gets killed in the next scene by this dude. And I suppose he's trying to give it back to EC. Cool. Alright, cool. And now he's in here with a whole bunch of keys, lockpicks, a gun, a knife, and he has the bond until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact. So he currently has the artifact. Alright, let's go up. A pair of trick dolls and a bottle of pink liquid, partially empty. Once your target has ingested the lock potion, establish eye contact and hold it for as long as possible. In most cases, the effect will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearance. So, maybe, first hypothesis, which could be completely wrong, one of them, she loves fantasy novels, dirty literature. Maybe she loves someone and wanted to put some love potion, get some love potion on the go. That was it. And instead of putting love potion in, she probably accidentally poisoned them with actual poison. Maybe. I don't know, it could be anything. Where was I anyway? Let's go explore everything. Yeah, that's here. 4 shillings and a penny. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. EC. This is EC's house then. M. Mademoiselle, the laceless count. The besmirked lover of Litania. Yeah, so I think that is her. I think that's her. Her room. And she wants the bottom room. Anything indicate her first name? Knife. And she got a love potion as well. What did it say again? Yeah. Just make sure there's nothing to actually add. So I think this is her room. Like going up a floor. Rialo Cthulhu, Star Child. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. What's that mean? Stack of candles. Ink pot. Honey. Alright, cool. Oh, golden idols in there. Don't know how we can look inside. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for next month. Also consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. Maybe they were saying the room downstairs, like, change out the dinner. Was it the roast? Because the woman looked like she was not enjoying it. It's still bottle labeled opium. Tonic. 2 silver bottles of cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. with a very distinct shape of a padlock again. Dr. Abraham Anderton secret codes. Oh, you can click again inside. Such trivial ciphers as reading only first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider the simple example. Money as a denominator of value has evolved and changed law. Still in savvy hands is a powerful tool. So HCH. Money has changed hands. Yeah, I was going by first letter, not first word. Have I not been clicking on the... No. So some of the books you can go into and some of them you can't. Yeah. Plutonio Ideal Republic. Visions of a utopia with order and structure. Maybe we should look out for codes. Remember one. Right, let's continue. Dear Edmund, so he's the one who owns the house. This cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian's manor, he has asked for financial support 7 times. He clearly is unable to take any monetary responsibility. Please, I need your help, my dear brother. Sincerely, Rose. Cubert. So Sebastian's still alive. So this is set prior to the other events. I haven't been keeping tabs on the dates. Dear Edmund, I like your idea. Let's send him to the colonies where his violent nature will make him feel at home. I hear you are having dinner with Lady Mary and her well-to-do father, Luther. If Peter and I were to join you, we could beguile him with tales of adventures in colonies so we could ship him away. Sincerely, Rose Cuthbert. Is she referring to the scene that we see? Oh, we also got a symbol of one of the houses. There. Mrs. Baker's starting date, August 1st, 1787. Position, housemaid. Yearly wage, £9. Oh, we've got some layers in the bin. Well, Edmund. You seem pretty pleased after the old boy passed away and a spot freed up for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those with whom you ally. I have many friends and will deal with you swiftly if you dare cross me. Lord George Budges. Budges is the guy from the poker table, right? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was close. It wasn't. I thought it was a threat to begin with, then I thought it was just a nice note. Now, yeah, it's a threat. Edmund Clancy. Once more, you have failed to answer our requisition. This is the last warning you receive. Your transgressions against us demand amends. The only course of action you have is to surrender yourself to our justice. Last chance for repentance, serpent, or we will unleash one of our stewards upon you. Brotherhood of the Mars. Oof. So Edmund is going after. He's Edmund's pissing off the bothered. And look at the hand. That's a symbol. And this one is the House Dragon. Dear Uncle, February 1st. I hear you're interested in Lady Richards. I think you are too old for her. I shall court her instead. Secondly, please lend me £300. It is small change to you and I am desperately in need of it at present. Truly yours, Peter Batley. The revolution will come for the likes of you crooked bastards. Soon you will pay for the sins against honest common folk with your blood. Final Vanguard. Are you going to see Edmund dead in this scene? What's in there? Did we do all those? Yeah, we did, yeah. Alright, next thing. Oh, something's going on here. What's going on? Alright, there's a dead person. That's the sister. That's Edmund. Edmund's sister's dead. She drank poison, probably. He's free now. I think he was another relative. I don't know who he is. Right, what should we do? Let's do this guy first. Yeah, he was from the previous scene. You killed my arm, you devil. I shall execute you on the spot. Pack of cards. Fork. She's plainly been poisoned. Who's he, a servant? Oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me. He's got a whole bunch of keys. The heart key, that's for the heart-shaped lock downstairs. And the rectangle key for the rectangle lock downstairs. Wait, is there a rectangle one? Anyway, this guy's plainly innocent. Ensure that the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner, and I'll slip you a shilling, Peter. Peter set up then. He put a poison. Note to self, if you get frustrated when working, remember the tale that the rich lord who married a donkey, and you'll feel better. Which one's Peter again? Right, yeah, she's dead. The aunt. Rings, coins, a fan. Oh, water. Opaque bottle. Label water. A roast. A salad bowl. Brandy, half full carafe of amber liquid, labeled brandy. Half full bottle of red liquid, labeled wine. Or normal full carafe of yellow liquid containing lemons. Half empty bottle of cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. So we've got to figure out what liquid it was put in. We saw lemons in one of the safes earlier, or the storage containers. That's all of them, like wine and peptic tonic and whatnot. Nothing I'm done. She does seem rather unwell. It's extremely unsettling. Was there that the image of the drawing? Like him suppressing like the common man? I won't read what Edmund does last. What she's swooning about. This is horrible. The embroidered handkerchief. Can't see any name on it though. Oh, okay, this leaves it out. The clue's been added. Oh, we have to figure out where everyone's sitting. Partially smoked cigar. Partially eat his salad. a partially empty glass of red liquid, partially eaten piece of roast meat, glass of red liquid, cloudy liquid, clear liquid, salad is untouched, full glass of cloudy liquid, partially eaten salad, lemonade, piece of roast. So I suppose we're going to have to figure it out in the thinking part who sat where. The cigar will be the coat downstairs. There was like a cigar missing. There's a cigar missing, but also the kid has a cigar. There's also a second cigar here as well. See if there's anything else in the room. No. Right. Edmund. It's poison. Nobody touch a thing and nobody move. I'll send for a doctor right away. Yep. He's got the heart key and the rectangle key. Wait. He also has those two keys. I suppose they're both in the same house. This is his house. So they both had access to it. I think that's all we got. Lion. Edmund's house is the lion. I suppose we've got to start naming people. Yep, we've got to figure out where everyone's sitting. Don't know what this is meant to. Oh, who's sleeping in each of the rooms? And whose cabinet that is? And whose kitchen that is? No. Oh, these are the different rooms. We've got to figure out who's in which room. Right, Edmund Clousey. The woman's name was... I forgot her name. Let's go find her name. Rose Cuthbert. What's this guy's name again? It's that dude there. Peter Batley. We've still got two more objects to find as well. I don't even know who that woman is. My lord. Peter. Ensure the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner and I'll slip you a shilling. Alright, so that's Peter. He told him to place him beside the woman, but I think he's a single, and I think he's doing it just to hook up with her rather than actually hook up with her rather than actually sitting beside his aunt, his sister, to murder her. So I think He might be innocent. We got the old three there. How many new people are there? Do we have his name? Slip you shilling. There's the shilling. So both of these has access to the heart and the square. Let's check them. That's the square. So, due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for next month. Also consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. So he has the key to that, and he has the key to that. So one of them has an upset stomach. Opium. Peptic tonic, or eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. Peptic tonic, how does that look? Cloudy liquid. Cloudy liquid, I suppose that's that. Is that hidden then? He drank half of it. Let's double check the table. Cloudy liquid, yeah. Full glass of cloudy liquid untouched. Roast. So he had roast. Abstain for alcohol. A glass of peptic tonic. And he has the opium as well. Yeah, he's in on that. I suspect he'd done it. With opium. Do you have opium? Here we should do. Don't have anything for opium. Can we select opium? Anyway, that's where we think he's sitting, at least anyway. And those two had also the key to this place as well. Full and sealed bottles of wine, both sealed, so not touched. A full and sealed bottle with amber liquid labeled brandy, so they had access to the brandy as well. No one's drinking brandy? Yeah. Alright, cool. So now we have to go back and figure everyone out. Remember to take the fourth one from every row. Lucia. I think this is Lucia. Don't know what her last name is yet. Pink liquid. Trick dolls. Do trick dolls look like anything? No. Oh, not changeable for start moments here were the longest. Yeah, let's just double check this one. Thank you, dear. No, throughout I will not research the literature anymore. I do have a master guess. I'm satisfied, and Brian served everything as instructed. Brian maybe is the guy upstairs actually. Richard, Norman, Jonah, and me. Where's Richard? She's Richard. You see her. Alright, let's go up the page. So we think that's Lucia. And take the fourth from every row. I don't understand what that means. Or it could just be remember one. Oh. So even though he has the only keys to those two with him, the shape of those keys. So the blue box with the opium has that shape on it. Does this have the shape on it? It does. So that means he could have taken it from this window. So whoever stays here could have got into here and taken the opium. That was the murder weapon. Monkey Man 1, Monkey Man 2. Who had the pocket watch before? That was the last scene where the guy died. I suppose it might be given chance. Oh no, no. This scene happened well before that death. Does it? Let's go, Choke. Something quickly. Weird White, the one who died. And he's just an associate. Peter Batley is the only other relative. Rose Cuthbert's dead. The only two people left alive is Edmund, Clousey, and Peter, who are relatives. Why is William White inherited? There are other people could have got these. Mrs. Smith, 3 years of service. Alright, cool. We can probably figure out who it is. Where was the letter about them? We've got a Smith and a Walker. Alright. And a Baker. David Gordon's job requires they may arrive or leave. David Gordon's basically Ash. The coachman. Right, so we can figure out the names of all 3 of the Mr. Right, there you go. Baker was his name? Already forgot what I said. Mr. Walker. One of these 2 is a Smith, and one is a Baker. I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the days I have visitors. So I presume that's her. And Mrs. Smith, 2 eggs for breakfast. No heavy food for dinner. You're responsible for little Pip's doing all his errands. I presume because she's cooking that she's the woman in question. It's Mrs. Smith. Brian, we don't even know 100% if that's actually his last name. 3 years of service. Who was the one we wanted? I'm basically just going back double checking stuff. Just reconfirming everything back and forth. Okay, we seem to have more people. Who's this dude? Let's read on. Roasted boar. Young Miss Richards appears not to enjoy the meat, therefore prepare some alternatives. She doesn't like the meat. Partially eaten. So I think this one. Is Richards. Ah. Alright, I can't forget anything here. Overcoat and a hat. Cigars. That's got to be the woman, yeah? There's 2 women. Oh, there's Richards, so that's the young girl. I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I'm certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. I invite you and your father to dinner. April 8th at my manor. Sincerely, Edmund Clousey. So Edmund invited Miss Richards. Miss Richards. When I visited your father last month. The father's here. This dude then. The possibility is your father's. I don't think he's a father. I think he was hitting on her. He's the father. Find out his name, find out her name. Yeah. Mary, that's her name. Here's something for your diary from me. You are by Tiger and win, Pierre Batley. Mary, her name's Mary. The dad would be Richards also then. This is Batley. Batley wants to kill Ryan. He's here on her. Who's the lion? Lion's I think Edmund. Yo, Pip, want to see and grab me some hash blair tobacco and a bottle of gin. I'll pay you when I get back. David. Yeah, I suppose this guy's David. Yeah, I suppose he is David, then. Little Pip. And a bottle of gin. There's still two things I haven't got. I'm going to quickly try and find them. Just looking around everywhere for the final two objects. It is probably words in the letter somewhere that I didn't click. Don't know if I could. Ah. Oh, I got on. Brian served everything as instructed. Maybe he's Brian. So at the moment I'm just checking to see, trying to find the other two bits of information that I haven't picked up yet. Monkey Man, there you go, there's one of them. There's the other. Don't know why I got those options. Maybe it's something for later. Oof, muscles are hurting. All right. Why did I think Brian was? Where did I get David from as well? I'll pay you when I'm back. So I presumed it was the butler who wanted to pay back, but it's actually David. Yeah, David. David, go on. This dude. Oh, did he say up then? Dates. I want to know dates. Beach stirs Parliament, September 7th, 1786. One sec. I'm actually going to go write that down. Oh, awesome. Well, oh, I can actually go ahead one. I can do all three in any order. Oh, I'll do it in normal order. Um, do you have any other dates? Last will and Testament, 7th of September. Um, The last will was September 7th, same as the Parliament thing going on. So all this happened on September 7th. I don't think we need to know anything further back for now. When did these events happen? September 9th. So this is 2 days after the thing was given out. The inheritance, the will was read. And what day is this? What will be the best way to check the date? Looking for dates. April 8th at the manor. $1788. So that's a couple of years after. So actually then let's go back one. What, even though we've got the date, what year is actually set? I'm looking for dates, more precisely what year. No year. Nope. Try this guy aside. No, don't know. Oh, okay. The watch is actually Maurice's, who he lost in the gambling. Alright. We don't know what year this is. But didn't probably happen the 2 years after the inheritance. Uh, where did the name David pop up? Let's go back to that. MB. What does MB stand for? Is that a name or does it mean something? I call this try and find. March the 4th this year. Did he draw this then? Rose. And that's her sigil. And she's referring to this guy here not be able to support himself. He's asking Edmund for help. Lady Mary and her well-to-do father Luther. Yep, the Brian. There are two Brians here. And one of them, this guy might be David. I'll swap these two around. Yeah. Did you say two or fewer? Two or fewer. So close. Peter. Who's Peter? Yeah, that's the guy you want to send off. Write that down. Mrs. Baker. Starting date 1787. So it's 1 year. Housemaid, £9. She's been 1 year. Housemaid. Right, I feel like David and this dude we need to know properly. So we're thinking this is still Lycia Smith. Where's this room then? Well, this room's got to be. It can't. He can't be not going to give it to like the gentleman. So it's got to be the room for Brian. If that is his name. Why do you think it's a guy again? He has to watch. No, it's the boy. It's probably the boy. Yeah, this is the boy's room. Because I'm thinking David Gorland is the guy who did the killing in the last scene, and where the killing happened, there was a watch that was left there. So he could have picked up the watch, David, and then asked the boy to go out with cigars. Where's David in this scene though? So this guy's frustrated. All this stuff here. Got raising Sally after the years I've been working here. Yeah, I think this is the guys. and he's been drawing the stuff because he feels repressed. Oh, there's Ash Blair's room. David Gaunt. Do we have David? And Empire of the Doctrine means pages at the top, I suppose. Then. Okay, the fourth one. So is she the killer? She was able to pick up the rope. The fourth one. So she used his key to open up. Let's see what the two keys are like. Blue. Door. And then the fourth one. Nope. Alright, we seem to be making leeway. I think we need to finish off this middle section first. We need to figure out Brian and Pip. Their names. Didn't we have Brian's name earlier? Walker. Oh yeah, I removed it. Should put it back. Could he be the son? Walker. Where's Walker again? The boy. Let's go through him. We need to find the name of the boy somehow. In David's room, which we presume at the moment is this one. Does he mention the boy at all? David. Yeah, so it is David's room, yeah. Cleaning up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experiment with the artifact. The artifact's in here. We are these. Oh, we don't want to sell them. Oh, what about these guys? That's Peter Batley talking there. Oh yeah, it says at the bottom there. Cool. So what am I doing? I'm trying to find a name. Of the boy. And the servant. I talked to the master about. Does the master have any responses? About an vase? These are. Yeah, he wants to sit next to the woman to chat her up. Nothing nefarious there. He's a very good name, Brian. The durable master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything. So I'm guessing that's the way it was served rather than the boy she's referring to. So that's why we think his name's Brian. Do we just call him Little Pip? Is that his full name, Little Pip? Where's Little? Yeah, oh, there it is. Fuck yeah. Oh, I was looking for a first name. I didn't realise you could just call him Little Pip. Cool. All identities are done. Mary had a bad stomach. Peter wanted to sit beside her. Cigar. He has a fork. The fork's missing here. I still think that's hers. She didn't like the meat. Or maybe the food's changed out. Maybe that one's Mary. And that one's Peter. The cigar there might be Loafer. Who's our final guest? Rose. Oh. So that is Edmund. So that's definitely got to be his plate, because he's got a half-drunken glass of cloudy liquid, which is in his safe of peptic tonic. How do you know what everyone else wants? Is any other dietary requirements? Who's into their cigars? This person. I suppose that's the father. If him and his daughter came in last. Yeah, I think it's Loafer with a cigar. Mary didn't like the meat. And also the fork's missing, so I presume this is where Peter. I need more clues. Okay, this is in advance. It's not that she tried me and didn't like it. I'll turn to side this for Miss Richards. Already up. Salad. A salad untouched. Partially eaten salad. Does she like lemonade or wine? There's like a revolution coming as well. Once your target has ingested love potion, establish eye contact. I did complete the room layout. No, I haven't. I should do the room layout. Oh, yep, that's good. That's exactly what I thought. Hey, Jack. It's been a while. Am I going to watch Vampire Hunt today? Probably not. I don't live in London, so like the cinemas near me don't really have any specialist kind of films, I suppose. How long have you been on here for? Have I missed you already? If anyone's watching, I'm playing The Case of the Golden Idol, which is a detective game. And I've got to solve various scenes of like murder. So every chapter there's like an event that's happening. And I click on one. And I have to figure out what's going on in the event, who's killing who is who. So I figured out who every major players are in the scene. I figured out where they're all sleeping. Now I've got to figure out their table position, which I'm in a bit of trouble with. I've been there for 5 minutes. Cool. How you been anyway, Jack? It's been a while. So what was I doing? I was going around seeing if we get clues to preferences. For dinner. Not bad on Break a Work, just jumped in here for some background noise. Cool. Well, I'm glad I could provide you some background noise. The music's good, so at the very least you get some cool music. Let's go back, and I don't think the two main uncles, people inheriting the throne, the inheritance smoke cigar. Let's double check. He doesn't have cigar. He doesn't have cigar. Any other cigars around? Does she have cigar? No. No other references to cigars. Expensive cigar from his coat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's the dad's coat. Which means he must be the one smoking. So if he's smoking a salad, partially empty glass of clear liquid. So the poison must have happened. Well, yeah, the poisons happened. Liquid left inside. There's no emphasis on what color. Was the liquid? There's a potion. But if you were going to poison someone, you can't put it in clear water. So, because the auntie's been poisoned, she must be sitting on the table with the opaque glass. That'd be the best way to poison someone. This should be right. Oh, but the opaque glass is not even touched. Oh, there you go. That's cool. So, yeah, so Rose drank from the opaque liquid, but it must mean the liquid's half drank. That's why she's there. I had to assume that like Luther Richards was the guy smoking a cigar because his coat was beside his daughter's, which is Mary. Mary did not like the steak or meat, whatever. So the staff was told to provide her with an alternative, which is vegetables, which kind of left only one seat left. Where the fork is missing, and Peter Bakley is currently has a fork. So that's the layout. So we've got 3 parts of the 4 done. Now we've got to figure out, like, now we know where everyone is, where everyone's name is, where they sleep. Ada Baker is top floor. So we have to figure out how the murder happened now. She's on top floor, and there's a string here where very suspicious looking keys, lock picking tools are, and that one unpicks Was it this? Yeah, that matches his key, which is blue and a square, which means that's for this safe. So she could have came in, got a liquid. She obviously put it in a peptic tonic. She put a poison in the peptic tonic because that's how she was able to put it in her drink. So we presume Edmund Clousey, he's doing all the killing, wanted Rose Cuthbert dead, and thus inherit or something, or let's there's another name, and thus Ada's the suspicious one because she lives above where she get the material, poisoned the drink, the tonic, and hid the necessary key in a bag outside. At a dinner party, Rose Cuppa ingested. Right. Okay. So it might have been I got a feeling that Peter wanted to kill Edmund and told the guy to put the liquid into the tonic, but the tonic was also put in with the woman, whatever her name is, Rose. So I think Peter wanted Edmund dead. Close. Peter Batley wanted Edmund Clousey dead, and thus Ada Baker poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag. At a dinner party, Rose Cuppa ingested poison and died. Did he actually want Rose dead? Let's check. No. That's even further out. Who? Someone else wanted Edmund dead then, not Peter. That must be the answer. Oh, maybe Brian has a gripe. And he wanted Peter dead, maybe. Okay, well, some go well out. Could poison the wine. Two slots of fewer. Someone else wanted. Brian Walker. If I change out, yeah. So every time I'm doing the change up the top ones, it says 2 or fewer. If I change anything else, it's more than 2. So that kind of indicates that it's the top 2. I presume Edward is doing the killing. No, apparently not. Ada, she was the one who had the poison. We could just go through everyone. Little Pip won't be. Won't be Mary. Yeah. As soon as I change any other, it goes to there are more mistakes. So it's been kind of implying, and since it's been kind of implying that I need to change these first 4. So I've tried everyone on Edmund. So they don't want Edmund dying. They wanted someone else dying. They're dead. Who else would you want dead on the table? Yeah, it really does seem like Edmund Cowlsey is meant to be the one that's the second that is wanted dead. Maybe it's not anyone here. George. Where did George come from anyway? Oof. Do we have David? Do you see her? Maybe Edmund wanted Peter dead because he's going after his girl. Nope. Maybe it's the opposite way around. 2 or fewer. I think we've done every person here. Right, what we're doing. That's not needed. Why would she want poison? Can I give you some candles for your room? That's the reason why. Of course I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you're itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. Okay, could be her. I swear I went through everyone though. Because you didn't give her a raise. Oh no, is that Lucia? Let's try Lucia. Lucia, maybe the Ada Baker. And it was changed to Brian, maybe. No, we're going further out. Oof. We've gone through every name already. Maybe he wanted to kill his aunt for the inheritance. Whenever I swap out any of these, it goes from two fewer to more than two. Water, maybe? wine. It's so close. Rose is there, Edmund's there. Edmund was trying to drink from the tonic, but he didn't drink the poison. Rose drank the poison. So Edmund was wanted dead. Could it be someone outside of the crew here? Oh, it might be the... And actually, that's a good idea. That might be the answer. These guys. One of our stewards upon you. George. I think that might be the answer. Oh, come on. Double check the name. George Budges. Right, maybe it's Brian. Okay, that changes. So George. Darkhand Steward. Fifth case solved. The Darkhand Steward. The score's been fulfilled. Finally. That last one's really tricky. No hints assessed. Ada Baker received encoded instructions from Darkhand Steward. Okay, I completely missed the instructions. I was thinking to look out for them, but I thought I could just brute force it rather than figure out. To poison Edmund Clancy. She used her ability to move freely throughout the rooms whilst cleaning and made a copy of the key to the medicine cabinet. She used a syringe of poison and sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. Alright, let's take a look at Ada's room then. Ada's at the top. Secret instructions. Remember to take the fourth one from every row. Remember one. I thought it might be a cryptic puzzle. Okay, I have declared to show good news. There's no substance to cleanse the 1000. So what if we just read the left side then? I dare use has no, I comfort and may. Nope, doesn't work. There's the dark hand symbol. Oh, the fourth word from every row. Is that what it's asking? 1, 2, 3, 4. This. Oh, sorry. Use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark and Steward. Ah, there you go. That was quite cool. And I basically just brute forced it. So to solve that, you have to see here, there's a book of codes, and this a very trivial cipher is basically the first word. So that's what I did. I tried to look in every piece of writing, try to look at the first word. So I tried doing it here, but made no sense. But then I realized it says here, remember to take the fourth one of every word. If it was like the fourth word of every row, then I probably would have been figured out, but I didn't. This is obviously like a cryptic puzzle. Then I had to go back to her and read the fourth word on every line, every row. So it says this substance. Also use substance to remove target. Sincerely, a dark hand steward. Cool. Done. That was fun. Yeah, well, they're getting slightly longer each time, which is cool. Yeah, it's chapter 5 then. Well, it's chapter 2, part 5, I suppose. It's good how they do it. Level 5. Chapter 2, level 5. I think that'd be a good point to call it for now. I might come back to it in an hour or two, maybe. See how it goes. See how I feel. Alright, let's get out of here first. Well, thanks very much, everyone, for watching. Yeah, getting through the puzzles. They're really nice puzzles. I like them. Requires a bit of deduction. There's a couple of cases where brute forced. I suppose if I actually thought a little bit more, I could have done better. But I'm going through a good pace. I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, that's it. Done. All right, cool. I'll be back in maybe a couple of hours, maybe not. I'm paying it by ear. So cool. All right, see you guys around.